Isn't it crazy that just about anybody, and I mean anybody, can sleep together and bring kids here? Serial killers, liars, cheaters, people with incurable diseases, abusers, narcissists, criminals, just about anybody can have kids. And it's so easy. It's so easy to bring the child here. It almost makes me angry that just about anybody can have kids. And the only reason why I say that is because not everybody should be a parent. My existence proves that not everyone should have kids. Probably you, your friends, your family. There's so many people around us in this world. Pretty much majority of us, our very existence proves that not everyone should be a parent. And I say this because we've had some bad parents. We've seen some bad parents. We've heard of bad parents. And I know there's no such thing as a good or bad parent, but I mean like someone that's just really bad at doing their job, basically, because there's no manual for parenting. There are some people doing some very fucked up shit to their children. And then their children, they grow up and they become fucked up people. Or they become better. It's not always guaranteed. But not everyone should be having kids. There are some people out there that should not be procreating. I'm just saying.
Don't ever change for anybody. Don't ever trade your soul. Don't even listen to him. He don't know nothing at all. Try not to get too involved. But really it's breaking my heart. How you keep changing for him. Never forget who you are. Butterfly.
And it's funny because most of us are considered accidents. And I don't really understand how that's an accident when our mom or our dad willingly decided to lay down with each other and do it. Because what people fail to realize is that even if you use birth control, you're gonna get pregnant. There are people that have gotten pregnant on birth control. Birth control doesn't completely, stop a pregnancy or pulling out or anything stupid like that. There's still a high risk of you having a child. The only way you're gonna not have a child is if you're sterilized. Everyone knows that. So people are like, I used the condom, I don't understand how this happened. Well, what do you think was gonna happen? Why are you so shocked? If you were intimate with someone, that would seem pretty normal, right? So why are you calling it an accident? You were fully aware of the situation. You were fully aware of what you were doing when you were doing it. And you were fully aware when you decided to bring the child here. Because you could have aborted it. You could have given it up for adoption. Or you could have just not had it. But why are you calling it an accident? You tell these babies that they're mistakes when they weren't mistakes. You were just being dumb and irresponsible. You were just being selfish. You just weren't thinking. Or maybe you weren't thinking too hard and you were thinking, maybe I should just bring them here anyways and we'll just go from there. Like, no. That is where we fuck up. Like I said, I don't like to judge people for simply having kids. It's the process of bringing the child here is what I'm against. Like narcissistic people having babies. You don't need to be having babies. You need to be trying to get yourself together. I feel like people like that are not meant to have children. Could you have some type of mental, capacity and this emotional capacity that's going to be missing. So you might be feeding this baby and bringing them to school and whatnot, but you might be like mentally, physically, emotionally abusing them. Then what's the fucking point? You're just raising a damaged ass adult. What's the point? What's the point? I don't get it. It almost makes me angry that just about anybody can have kids. And then society is looking around at us, child-free people, like, well, you're weird. You're not doing this. Well, maybe it's because I don't want to ruin a child's life. Maybe I'm not fucking stupid. Maybe I know, and I salute people that think like this. I know that I'm not fit to be a parent, so I'm not going to become a parent anyways and ruin a child's life and ruin my own. Why the fuck would I do that? You're wanting me to be stupid. You're wanting me to ruin my life and another person's life for absolutely no reason. I have no reason to do that. I have no reason to bring a child here and ruin their life. Why would I do that? Because I'm bored? Because I need fulfillment? Because I'm empty inside? Because I'm damaged and I need a baby to fix my problem? A whole nother human to fix my problem? To make me happy? I'm not that stupid. I'm sorry. I can do that myself. And with how the world is going, it is very selfish. It's selfish. No one ever has kids for the kids. People have children for themselves so they can have a retirement plan, so they can have someone to help them in their senior years, instead of going to a professional and seeking professional help. You're gonna make your child slave away, cleaning up after you. That is selfish as hell. Because as a parent, wouldn't you want your child to see about their own family, about their own marriage or their own relationship or their own hobbies, their own life? But you're gonna hold them back to look after you? And you had them for that very reason? People like that should not be having kids. You didn't have them because you loved them. You learned to love them through them serving you. That sounds disgusting. Or what's another one? Some people have kids to fix marriages. Those babies should not exist. You're gonna put a big ass load like that on a helpless child. Bring them here, force them here to work from 9 to 5 or longer every day, and probably have what, 2-3 days off, 1 day off, slaving away. They have to work in this economy alongside other women and men that don't give a shit about them because you decided to just get it on and bring them here to fix a marriage you should have been fixing, or you could have just been smart and got a divorce. Oh no, let me just pop out a baby. And not only that, let me think about this for a second, because if your marriage isn't working and you're thinking about, let's just say you're thinking about separating with this person, you do realize once you have a baby with this person, you're forever linked with them, even if you're not together. So why would you have a baby with this person if you're considering separating? That doesn't make any sense to me. There are people that should not be having kids. These kids end up being raised in poverty because their parents are extremely poor, and they're not even trying to fix their finance. They're just sitting in their poverty. Oh, wait, let me just have a baby. Abusers. Yeah, I might be abusive, but I'm going to pop out a baby. You know, they're my child, so I can abuse them. That's totally fine. Or people that are selfish to themselves and they're lazy, thinking, oh, well, I don't have to raise the child. I just have to pop the child out, and I'll just make my family and friends raise the baby. And I'll just stand on the side and hold the mom or dad title. Disgusting. Disgusting. Like I said earlier, my very existence, and probably yours, proves that there are people that should not be parents, because there are some fucked up parents. We can go down a list of things our parents have did to prove that they are bad parents, that they shouldn't have had us. And probably if you ask them, they're probably going to say something along the lines of, I had you because I wanted, or we wanted. And it's never anything about you. And it just proves, like, damn, you had to be so selfish that you had to think, I'm going to procreate and bring another person here to fulfill my needs, my dreams, my goals, my values. Just fuck the child. Forget about the child. It's all about me. That's how most people think. Because if I really loved myself, if I really loved my partner or my family, my friends, I wouldn't have kids. Because that child's gonna suffer. And the people around me are just gonna watch that child suffer. They're gonna watch me suffer. Then what? I'm just gonna die miserable? My child's gonna grow old miserable? They're gonna have nothing but miserable ass stories about a bond that they never had with me? Why would I do that? I literally have no reason to do that. If you know you don't want kids, why are you on the fence? Just don't have them. But it's your choice. I just believe that there are some people that truly should not be having kids. It's not in my place to walk up to a random ass person or a random pregnant woman and say, how dare you be pregnant? How dare you have children? You piece of shit. Like, I would never do that. I would never do that. Like, I'm not heartless. I'm not cold. I'm not someone that, you know, would tell somebody to their face, you should get rid of that baby. I would never I would never do that. And I'm only laughing because there are some people that think that child-free people are like that. We're not. We just don't agree with the whole parenthood thing. We don't see ourselves, you know, going down that route, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, yeah, everybody should have babies, when there's motherfuckers out there that should not be having children. Why do you think there's so many children in the system? Why do you think there's so many grandparents and siblings raising other people's babies that they decided to lay down and make? Why do you think so many divorces take place after children are born? Why do you think so many kids are split up in the household? Why do you think so many people grow up with these mental illnesses? Like, not just environmental, but like, this just started at home with their parents. Why do you think all these issues arose? Because there are people that were having children when they shouldn't have been. They should have been trying to get their marriage together. They should have been trying to further their education or get their mental health together. They should have been trying to save money and all that whatnot. But they threw all of that load onto a baby. Even way before the baby existed, they had the whole idea, I'm going to ruin this child's life. I'm going to go through with it, and they're just going to exist, and they're just going to deal with it. It's disgusting. I don't get it. I don't get it.